Hello guys, my name is Anna and I vlog daily from Ukraine since the start of the brutal Russian invasion. Because I believe the world needs to know more about Ukraine, especially in these challenging times. So I am not a professional military vlogger, I am not a political expert, but I often call myself a professional Ukrainian because I love my country, I live in my country, and together with my country, we will win. If you support Ukraine, please subscribe and help us fight this war, because it takes place everywhere, including on YouTube, in informational field, and all the messages that you can send to your friends, to those who doubt, to your politicians are very important. And my today's video is about the Battle of Avdiivka, which is really hot and important, and all Ukrainians worry about this situation, but we believe everything's gonna be fine. And after many sacrifices of Russian soldiers, the city will remain Ukrainian, and just like more and more losses to Russia. But before I continue, let me introduce you to the very city of Avdiivka, why it can be important. It is indeed a small Ukrainian town. It has less than 2,000 inhabitants, but it is really close to Donetsk, 13 kilometers to the north. And Donetsk was occupied by Russian orcs back in 2014. Before that, it was a successful economical regional center that had lots of shops, lots of cinemas, a really good stadium, but now it is a typical miserable territory of Ruski Mir, and I'm sure many people inside Donetsk dream for it to return back to Ukraine. And this war can only end when all Ukrainian territories, according to the borders of 1991, return back to Ukraine and Russia is defeated. Subscribe if you agree. And Avdiivka is really close to Donetsk. Ukrainian counteroffensive is successful, and now Russians are afraid that we will be able to return back Donetsk, Luhansk. We will, for sure, but they are trying to get Avdiivka to prevent the movement of Ukrainian troops. And now they are sending lots and lots, a huge number of soldiers to Avdiivka, which is generally a small town. According to the preliminary estimates, just the last day they shot 35 missiles on Avdiivka. Imagine how expensive that is, even 35 missiles. But what they like to spend more, if it's possible to say so, is their Russian soldiers' lives. This offensive on Avdiivka actually demonstrates that they don't care about human life at all. They send to fight for the city newly mobilized troops who are not ready to meet with professional Ukrainian soldiers who stand there, and approximately every day they lose 1,000 soldiers. Imagine that, 1,000 soldiers for a small Ukrainian town that is under total Ukrainian control. Of course, the battle is hot. It cannot be simple. We care about every Ukrainian life. What always surprised me, and surprised not just me but many military historians, is the fact that Russia traditionally does not care about the life of its own soldiers. Not just Ukrainian or any other enemy, but their own soldiers. They have millions that they are ready to sacrifice, to burn in the fire of this war. And today's report of the head of Ukrainian intelligence service actually proves this thing, and it is worrisome. According to this estimates, according to the analysis, Russia has enough resources to fight at least until 2025. Guys, that's a lot. That's a lot of months, that's a lot of human lives, that's a lot of infrastructure, that's a lot of days of your life that are spent in very dangerous, deadly situation full with daily tragedies. They have enough weapons to fight until 2026, and they have this huge human resource because they honestly do not care about people. And what is worse, this Russian population will never protest against them, because somehow to be sent to Ukraine poorly dressed, to loot here, to get this military salary for 2 or 3 months and then die, seems like a success story for a Russian, like this Russian dream or something. This is tragic. This demonstrates the misery and the depression of Russian population, but at the same time, this leads to sacrifices among Ukrainian people, among the best of Ukrainian people, because like the support of Ukrainian armed forces and the men and women who fight there is the strongest in Ukraine, and we are convinced these are the best representatives of our country, contrary to those poor invaders that sometimes don't even know where are they fighting, what are they fighting, and simply glorify their supreme orc Putin. This is very wrong, and this demonstrates that the world was not ready for this kind of war. Russia uses wars and conflicts everywhere between Israel and Palestine, threatening other locations. Iran is extremely active, and they are trying to distract attention from Ukraine. They will definitely fuel problems in many other countries, elections and other stuff. And this is not good, because to fight such evil, to fight totalitarian, authoritarian regimes, not just Russian, but other similar that very attentively observe what will this war bring to the world, who will win, are democracies strong enough to withstand, and it's vital for us to win in this war. We are doing our best. A very big radio connective tower was destroyed today, and we keep our control over Avdiivka, but we need your help and we need your attention, we need your support, because we are fighting for common cause. And once again, I'm not exaggerating. It's not because I'm Ukrainian. If Ukrainian democracy falls, many more. It will be a domino effect, because Russia, once again, is not the only authoritarian regime that is looking to start the war. Now they have sent like 3 battalions of newly mobilized people to get this Avdiivka. They are ready to sacrifice thousands per day just to bring something to that ugly goblin Putin, and to be able, I don't know, to activate their allies, if such predators can have any allies. These are just criminals uniting to cause global terror. But I'm sure we're stronger and we are united. And let me know what are the other things and updates you would like to know about Ukraine. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for coffees that you buy. Thank you for being my patrons and helping me film more. Now I'm working on one more important project, documentary project, and hopefully I will be able to share with you more. Let me know what are the other topics you want to hear in the comments below. Subscribe to my Instagram, Threads, and Twitter. Introduce yourself to our merch and my website. All the links are below this video and in that description. But most importantly, continue thinking, talking about Ukraine, and thank you so much for your support. Slava Ukraini!